In general physics class today, we are going to be learning a topic called circular motion, part A. In our circular motion, we are going to start with the introduction to circular motion and learn some examples under circular motion, then terms and terminologies under circular motion. Let's dive into the course outline and see what we are going to learn. The first thing we are going to learn about circular motion is that we're going to learn about the definition of circular motion and how do we represent circular motion, the terms used in circular motion, relationship between the terminologies and centripetal force with centrifugal force. Then we're going to solve some past questions on circular motion. Before we start, my name is the Ambassador and you're welcome to my class. Going to the first thing we have is what is circular motion, which is the definition of circular motion. Basically, in physics, we have types of motion, and one of the types of motion is called a circular motion. What's a circular motion? A circular motion is simply when we have an object that moves in a round path from a fixed point. So this is how typical a circular motion is. An object that moves on a round path from a fixed point. That's what we call a circular motion. Going to the definition. In my definition, I said circular motion is when an object, now there are three things an object that is moving in a circular motion must do. The first thing, it must have a constant speed. Second thing, it must be tangential velocity, and it must be from a fixed point called center. So if you want to define a circular motion, you will say circular motion is when an object moves in a constant speed along a tangential velocity from a fixed point called the center. Now, what I just said, what am I trying to say? For instance, let me draw a circle, and this circle you are saying contains an object fixed from the center to the circumference. Now, when you look at this object, it begins to move in a direction this way, and probably when we have it coming to this point, it also moves in that direction. Then the same way, coming to this point, also move in that direction. Now, what do you observe? We observe that this arrowhead is changing direction. The change in arrowhead is called the tangential velocity. What else do we observe? We observe that there's a kind of a constant speed between the initial position from the final position. The constant speed between the initial position from the final position. So that what we call constant speed. And lastly, we observe that there's a center at which the object moves in. So these are the three things that must make sure an object is moving in a circular pattern. One more time, what is circular motion? Circular motion is when an object moves in a constant speed alongside a tangential velocity from a fixed point called the center. Okay, the next thing we have is the examples of circular motion. What are the examples of circular motion? There are various examples of circular motion, but with these few ones I believe you can understand better. We have the rotation of the Earth on its axis. Now, the planet Earth is elliptical in structure, and the planet Earth, as you can see, can actually rotate on its axis. Whenever the Earth tries to rotate on its axis, it makes day and night. So when it rotates 360 degrees, then it makes a day, and also when it rotates again another 360 degrees, then it makes a night. So the rotation of the Earth is a typical example of a circular motion. Another example is revolution of the 9 planets around the sun. Now, basically, we don't have 9 planets, but we have 8 planets. So the sun is the center of the universe. Then around the sun, we have the 9 planets in a particular distance away from the sun. Now, these planets you are seeing revolve around the sun. As they revolve around the sun, they move in a circular pattern. So that revolution makes it to move in a circular pattern in which the sun is acting to the center and while the planets are acting at the circumference. So this is a typical example of another circular motion. Okay, moving to another example is the rotation of the blades of a ceiling fan. Rotation of the blades of a ceiling fan. When you look at a ceiling fan, you will see that there are up to like 3 blades. If I'm right, 1 blade, another blade, then another blade. So this is just the stand, then this 1 blade, another blade, another blade. So this blade, whenever they are in motion, they move in a circular pattern. So that circular pattern is a circular motion. Let's move to another case. In another case, we have the rotation of a car tire. When you look at a typical car tire, a car tire connected to the tire of a car, it is moving in a round pattern when it's undergoing locomotion. So this round pattern you are seeing is called a circular motion. So let's look at the picture I have here. Coming down to the picture, in the picture I have somebody trying to spin a ball to perform a motion. For instance, spinning a ball on a string or twirling a ball around the string. So this is kind of circular motion. Another example is a turning point of a car around a roundabout. Another example is a car moving on a roller star, that means on a bridge. And lastly, the planet orbiting around the sun is a typical example of a circular motion.